Wherever I go, this is a big problem. All the parents, they ask me, Swamiji, how to imbibe this culture, this value to our kids. It's a big problem. I tell them, just you live and show this truth has enriched your life, this culture has enriched your life. That's the only way your kids are going to listen. The big problem is, unfortunately, the kids are more intelligent than you here. So they are not going to listen to our words. They are not going to listen to our verbal language. They are going to listen only to our body language. Other day, one NRI kid, he was brought to me by the mother. The mother was complaining, Swamiji, please do something and tell him to listen to what I am saying. I was a little reluctant. How to tell? Anyhow, she convinced me. She was forcing me. Then I called that guy and said, why don't you listen to your mother? See, even I am listening. This guy straight away told me, Swamiji, she herself is not happy. If I listen to all her ideas, I will also become depressed like her only. Not true. Then I could not tell anything to him. True. See, sometimes verbal languages does not help. Verbal language will not help. Show in your life that you are a yogi. The yogic understanding has made you more joyful, rich, energetic, alive, active. That will naturally inspire them. That is the only way to inspire. That is the only way to inspire. We go on living what way we want and we hide everything, or we think we hide everything, because you can't hide from them. We think we hide everything and we insist on even transmitting the transmission of the tradition also does not happen in its fullest form. The parts which we like them to follow, or which has some of our own vested interests, then naturally they know, they are more intelligent. They are more intelligent. So be very clear. The one and only way to hold, to keep the whole thing alive, let you be enriched. Take little time. It takes little time, no other way. You have to study a little bit of our tradition. You have to study some yogic scriptures. You have to listen to some of the spiritual satsangs and internalize. Internalizing, it takes little time. And naturally when you internalize, your life will be enriched. That is the only way. That is the only solution. See, just like for everything you need to do little work, for this also you need to do little work. So, the word Gunavaidrishinyam, this one understanding will enrich you. I can explain this one understanding from various angles. That's why I am giving you this as a sutra. Understand? The experience, experiencer, experienced, all three do not have a logical connection. Means the logical connections which you think they have. A particular object is supposed to create particular emotion in the subject. Particular incident is supposed to create particular experience in a person. Please understand, this logic does not exist. This logic does not exist. I am cutting the very root. I am cutting the very root. This is the real understanding of Vairagya. The Vairagya should not be translated as detachment, and it should not be practiced literally. When you practice detachment literally, it leads to more disturbances and suppression and problems. It leads to more and more complications. I have one story for you. A woman was overweight, so her doctor put her on a diet. I want you to eat regularly for 2 days, then skip a day and repeat the procedure for 2 weeks. Understand this word? He says, I want you to eat regularly for 2 days, then skip a day and repeat the procedure for 2 weeks. Next time I see you, you will have lost at least 5 pounds. But when the woman returned 2 weeks later, she had lost 20 pounds. The doctor was amazed. Did you follow my instruction? Yes, she said. But I thought I was going to drop dead that 3rd day. This guy asked, from hunger, you mean? She said, no, from skipping. When you literally follow, you are skipping. Understand? When you literally follow, you are skipping. Detachment. If the Vairagya word is understood as a detachment and you start literally following, you create too many problems for you. Not only for you, you become a wrong example that nobody else wants to come and practice spirituality. I have seen all the problems created for Vedic tradition is by the people who misunderstood and started following their wrong understanding just by skipping. Just like skipping. These guys are go on skipping. The people who want to come here, they think, oh God, if I go, I also have to skip whole day. And they just escape. Many times, people are skipping because somebody else is skipping. We skip spirituality because when we see people skipping continuously. I have seen. See, especially among the youngsters, a big problem. Oh, if I go there, I may become Swami. If I go to spirituality, I may become Swami. If I go to that, I may spend all my time there itself. No. Please understand. It's a wrong idea. Wrong idea. The Vairagya has to be understood properly. Vairagya has to be understood directly as transcending attachment and detachment. This one truth. Constantly work with this. Internalize. Constantly internalize. The experience, experiencer, and experienced does not have logical relationship. So no object can give the same joy or same suffering which I expect will give. The big problem is, if you expect a particular joy or suffering from a situation or a person or an object, and if it does not happen, you start going on creating some complaints and complications inside. If it does not happen, you are healthy. You are a healthy human being. Please understand. If experience and experiencer experienced are not logically having any relationship in your life, you are living healthy life. If they are all very logical and very clear, very stabilized way if they are going, something seriously wrong with your life. No, really, something is seriously wrong with your life. Then either something is seriously wrong with the experiencer, experienced, or the experiencer. So, the same person may not create same emotion in you. Same emotion may not be created by the same object in you. Understand this truth. Gunavaidrishinya. So, the gunas, qualities created in your inner space, do not be attached to it. Do not be attached to it. Your attachment to those experiences which you go through inside is the root cause of all your suffering. See, why are you attached to some person? Because the security or the love you experience by that person. You are attached to your husband because of the security he creates in you. You are attached to the wife because the love she creates in you. Some guna. The big problem is, as long as you are attached to this guna, you will be constantly forcing that person to give you that experience. Without understanding the reality, no person can give you constantly the same experience. The person who gives you security, he will be sometimes threat for you. The person who gives you the love, sometimes he himself will be creating hatred in you. It is not the mistake of that person, it is the very quality of that reality, the very quality of the truth. It is very existence. By its own existence, there cannot be consistency in experience and the experiencer connection. But you go on forcing the consistency. Then naturally, she has to have the plastic smile, you have to have a plastic card. So everything becomes plastic. Understanding the consistency is not the nature, and when the other person is not delivering what you need, give the other person little space. Give space. Understand, he is too tired by you forcing yourself on him. She is too tired by you constantly nagging her. Understand and remember, the consistency of delivering a same quality of experience by the same person is impossible. Maybe in the canned foods you can have consistent quality and purity and taste, not in living person. The canned food, you read a word, we assure the quality and purity and taste consistently, because the chicken is already dead and it is packed. But even that, object may be consistent, but that cannot create a consistent experience in you. And here, the object is not only not dead, alive. Then how do you expect the consistency can be maintained? Having this understanding. Tatparam Purushakyadir Gunavaidrishinya. Neither by person, nor by object, or by situations, the same experience can be created in you. I am repeating the same idea in different words with different stories. I have decided I will drill this one idea into you today. Because this one idea can create so much of liberation. See, now I applied this idea with the relationship. Apply the same idea with money. Apply the same idea with your other things. Whatever you think in your life is important. Apply with everything this one idea. And wherever the consistency is not there, relax, wait. It is nature. It is truth. 5,000 years ago, Patanjali has clearly prophesied, clearly predicted, clearly giving us the solution. That is the nature. When you understand that is the nature, he says, you have the knowledge of self. This is the knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is the experience do not have consistent relationship. Sometimes people become very possessive about even meditation. See, one day they would have had a deep experience in meditation. Then they start possessing that. They come and complain to me, Swamiji, day before yesterday with you I meditated, it was such a joyful thing. Yesterday I meditated in my house, it did not happen, how to maintain. They start creating some complications. I tell them, understand, even with meditation, understand it can never be consistent. Please be very clear. If you do some particular technique and experience something, do not expect the same thing and start doing the same thing. I have seen. Sometimes when you read Vishnu Sahasranama early morning, when you get up, just sit and listen to this beautiful Suprabhata and start reading the Vishnu Sahasranama. Visvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavyam Bhavat Prabhu Bhutatma. When you recite, you have a beautiful mood. That half an hour you are in Vaikuntha. And you experience the peace, joy. Immediately that night you decide. From next day you are going to repeat all the 1008 names. Every day morning. You see, understand. When you fix that every day morning you are going to recite the 1008 things, names in the morning, after 2-3 days, what will happen? You will pick up the book, every day morning you will get a lot of meditation, wash the face, and sit in the puja. Vishwa Vishnu Vachakara Buddha Bhatyavaka Buddha Buddha. After 4-5 minutes you will be just waiting and seeing the side number. Oh, I think I have finished 120. I have finished 200. I have finished 300. Understand? Don't create a quantitative checklist. Do one thing. I will recite as long as I feel comfortable, beautiful, blissful and the experience of Vaikuntha. Just recite 10 names, nothing wrong. He is not sitting there and having bank balance. Oh, today this fellow recited only 700 names. 300 names he left. And today he recited only 108. You are supposed to recite 2000. No. Relax. He is not sitting there and having bank balance account. No, relax. Feel how you beautifully understand. When you have a freedom, as long as I feel beautiful, connected, comfortable, I will sit and recite. Each mantra will have that joy and beauty more and more. You will continue to finish not only 1008. If you have time, if you have 10,008, you will recite even 10,008. Because now you are free. You are doing it out of freedom, not out of any bondage. Bondage happens when you think there is going to be consistency. The moment you think there is going to be consistency, you will order the same pizza every day.